The economy of Zimbabwe, once considered the breadbasket of Southern Africa, has begun to turn around after a decade-long recession that saw a sharp drop in agricultural production, falling incomes and increasing food shortage, with some 70% of people relying on agriculture for their livelihoods. The strength of this sector is key to economic recovery. FAO has worked with the government to increase farmers' uptake of conservation agriculture, a no-till system that increases yields while protecting fields from erosion, improving soil quality and mitigating the effects of drought. In its initial stages, conservation agriculture is more labor-intensive than conventional methods, so FAO has initiated a program of training and demonstration and introduced labor-saving mechanical planters to win over farmers. As a result, Zimbabwe has seen spontaneous adoption, meaning farmers see gains of their neighbors' farms and make the decision to adopt conservation agriculture. Today, more than 300,000 Zimbabwean farmers are practicing this method and have nearly tripled their production.
I am Zingona Villa, Crop and Livestock Production Extension Officer for Kamewadi 22, Lilima District. Doing research trials, working with Matoko Research Station in the National Gene Bank of Zimbabwe. And National Gene Bank of Zimbabwe is in Harare. So their aim is to conserve indigenous varieties of crops that are adapted to this area. And so in this ward we are going, this ward in fact was selected to be built a seed bank. So Kates, we are in the process for the construction since the material has been delivered. And the project, we started the project with Plumtree Action in 2015. And this is the first phase. And farmers are given seed from the National Gene Bank, and the seed has to be tested in the fields. And each and every time in the project we are doing cowpeas, bambara nuts, sorghum and pearl millet. So in this ward has got 4 villages. So in the 4 villages, each village has got a lead farmer who leads the group where we plant those crops, and on each crop we are at times given 10 varieties. From those 10 varieties, they have to observe the crops from planting up to harvest. And then we do, during the process of the growing season, we are able to do participatory variety selection, whereby the farmers will choose the best variety amongst those 10 or 12 varieties which we have on the plot, and they should endorse their reasons. Why have you said this one is the best variety, and why have you said this is the worst, numbering them, and they have to choose the best 3. When they have chosen those best 3, lastly, when the project, at the end of the project, those chosen varieties then will be multiplied, and then seed will be available to everyone. But still, by the time we started, each group we are circulating. When a group has started with mbambara nuts, then in another farming season, they are given, let's say, cowpeas or pearl millet or sorghum. We don't repeat the same crops for them to have so they have got food books where they record everything from land preparation on their own. And from the first, by the time we started the project, I was assisting them, but as of now, they are able to do on their own during my absence. And also at the end, we weigh the harvest from every plot. And these demo plots are not really big with acreages, only small, 10 by 5 meters, 5 lines. Okay. And the harvest is taken on the 3 lines because it's research.
The drought prone of Matabeleland South has led to residents of Kame village resorting to drought-resistant crops like millet and sorghum for agricultural purposes. However, the government and other non-governmental organizations have assisted the farmers by sinking boreholes as alternative water sources. The boreholes have served for the people and domestic animals such as cattle and goats. Currently, Matobo Research Station and National Gene Bank of Zimbabwe are conducting a research on indigenous varieties of crops that can adapt to the soil in the region. Though the boreholes were sunk in every village in the community, the water is not being used for any agricultural purposes due to the amount of soil found in the water. Hence, the farmers rely with rainfall. Instead, in the nearest villages such as Makulela village, found in Matengwe, farmers in that area are facing other challenges such as wild animals and lack of imports. In Makulela, elephants and buffaloes are the biggest threat to crops, hence the farmers have encountered huge losses in form of produce. Villagers in Makulela have not received any assistance from any donor organization and the government. Hence, the farmers in that area have resorted to drought-resistant crops. Just like Kame villages, the Makulela community has resorted to sorghum and millet and other drought-resistant crops.
We've got another implementing partner in ADRA Zimbabwe. The same project, Zimbabwe El Nino South Project. We are also doing, they are interested in the nutrition, whereby farmers beneficiaries are given sorghum seed, then fodder crop, Idolicos ilablab, for planting in their fields, and pearl millet and cowpeas. And cowpeas variety they use to supply ECBC2, a short season variety, because these long season varieties, due to this climate change, they do not do well. So breeders are working on small or early maturity varieties due to erratic rains, especially in this region. And they are also given indigenous chickens to improve their nutrition. And it will be a voucher system. This time their voucher was worth $54. And among that $54, $16 was for chickens, and the rest was for seed. And vendors, when we do dinner phase, vendors come with their seed, then that seed is being inspected so that farmers can be able to buy the recommended vendor who has got the correct seed after being inspected by the agronomist from Matobo Research. And also the chickens are inspected by the veterinary office for diseases and vaccinations, whatever. Yeah. Then we have Amalima Food, another implementing party, doing village savings and lendings. Amalima is engaged in many activities in this world. Conservation farming, and also that is in Project ADRA. They are interested in conservation farming to conserve the natural resources in their plots. Normal, if we do demo plots are all over the world in the villages. And this time I was getting, I did 8 demo plots in this one. Each village had 2. And by this time they supplied material for the construction of poultry housing and goat housing after they've harvested. Then as for Ilablab, dolicos fodder crop. They just want to encourage farmers to produce on their own fodder crop, not just wait to buy that commercial stock feed, which is expensive at times, and that stock feed is being bought at Blawai far away. But when using if you haven't been is another one that was introduced this year. And as of now, the crops are there in the demo plots, starting the podding. So the farmers are engaged in cutting the fodder crop, baling it, just like what is being done on hay. Hay is cut while it is green, then stored, then later on during the dry period, fed to livestock, supplemental feeding, and which is cheap, rather than using money. Then food, we have got FAO and lead implementing partner. They are also interested in the nutrition of livestock, and their project is it's a El Nino drought mitigation program, whereby FAO supplies stock feed at a cheaper price. They are buying it at $7, a 50 kg bag. The project started last year, and the wards in Lily now were divided into five collection points, of which this ward is a collection point, saving another 4 wards, neighboring wards. There we've got one ward 8. Then that side we've got one ward 18 into Makulele, and the far end ward 9. So they collect here the stock feed. Stock feed, when delivered, we have to distribute to the neighboring wards, sharing the equal tonnage. And they are also interested in the production of small grains, especially sorghum and cowpeas, and the same variety CBC2. And this time, in the stock feed, they usually deliver it during this dry period, so that farmers can access it and supplement their livestock. Since here, there are some other places, just like in mine, that far end of my village, there is 30 poisonous plants on Kausani. Animals, due to drought, may end up feeding on that plant and causing many deaths of cattle. So we encourage farmers usually to supplement their livestock, growing the fodder crops, and if one has got money, can buy that supplementary feeding. And the maximum number for buying stock feed is only 15 bags per household. You don't have to exceed. And there is a limit on number of cattle. Because we have got 10 cattle and below. Because those who have many cattle, they are saying you have to sell to carry out the other stock in order to maintain the other stock, especially those the big cows, the oxen, and they should remain with the young stock. So they will be saying you've got the potential to selling and carrying out sell with manageable head size. And like that, the one we have got, let's say 3 or 4, the chances of with 18 they are very slim.